In the Tournament of Power, we have seen 8 universes coming together in order to determine who will survive. And as we saw recently, with Universe 9, they were the first to fall, all 10 falling out of the ring and being erased from existence by Zeno along with the universe itself. So in this video, we're going to be asking the question and breaking down who we think is going to be the next universe eliminated in the Tournament of Power. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you could see all of my content right away when it comes out. Alright guys, so today we are going to be talking about who we think are going to be the next universe that is going to be eliminated in the Tournament of Power. So joining me today is someone who's been on my videos in the past. I'm sure you know him very well by now, and if you don't, you should definitely check him out, and his name is...
Bro, I hate when you do it, his name is, bro. Just introduce me, dude. It's Daddy.
So who do you think is going to be the next universe that's going to go down in this tournament?
Well, I've narrowed it down to 2. Maybe that's cheating, but I've narrowed it down to 2 different universes that I think might be the next one. The first and obvious choice is Universe 10, because to me, Universe 10 from day one has come off like the jabroni universe. It's a universe that has guys in it who are obvious, you know, jokes and parodies of like real life fighters that aren't very strong. And, you know, we just saw Universe 10 be involved in a major storyline in the Trunks arc, but I guess Toei decided to de-push them, and they haven't been looking too good lately. So Universe 10, I mean, a lot of people thought Universe 10 would be the first one to get thrown out, but I've narrowed it down to either them based purely on, you know, the jabroni factor. But I have a weird feeling that in Universe 10, there's going to be a couple guys. I think that with Universe 10, you're going to have a situation where you have a lot of fighters getting eliminated, but there's going to be a couple, like, scavengers. There's going to be a couple guys who are going to be hanging on for dear life for a while, and then they're going to get thrown out. So I could totally see that happening. But really, the one that I think might be next, if that's not the scenario, is Universe 4. And the reason why I'm picking Universe 4 as being the next eliminated universe is because of the karmic aspect. You know, before the tournament began, there was that whole mini arc about how Universe 4 and Universe 9 were plotting against Universe 7, you know, trying to recruit Frieza and all these little things here and there. And we know the Universe 4 God of Destruction has like a real heat with Beerus, and he's kind of a dick. So I think that Universe 4 being eliminated next, I think makes a lot of sense karmically. Plus, with 9 being gone, you know, I think it would make sense if 4 is the next one gone.
Yeah, I did think it was pretty interesting that Universe 10 was not the first universe eliminated because, I mean, from the very beginning, you know, like you said, they have been portrayed as basically jobbers. Oh, we're gonna focus on our muscles and our power, and let's drink all these protein shakes. Yet it was Universe 9 that had the cool fighters that we saw in the preliminary tournament, the Zen Exhibition match, that went out first. I can't really think of anyone from Universe 10 that's super impressive either, you know, that they've really put over or pushed to be super strong. I think that one dude who like grabbed Goku from behind might have been from Universe 10, and then he went blue to knock him out of the ring, but that's about it that I could think of.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen that much action from them. We saw eliminations, but I mean, they're kind of a jabroni universe. I don't expect to see much from them. What do you think about Universe 4?
Universe 4, yeah, I don't think that they're really gonna last to the end. Like, they kind of set up the God of Destruction as like a little bit of the antagonist. You know, he's always going after Beerus. You know, it's funny that he's a mouse and Beerus is a cat and everything. You know, it's a shame Beerus won't get to eat him, I guess, if he gets erased. But I don't think that they're going to really last that long. Maybe they'll be the next one eliminated. I think they've already lost a few members. I think Krillin and 18 eliminated at least a couple of them. So I feel like they're really not doing that well. If Krillin and 18 can really take it to them, they're really probably not going to be one of the last ones to remain. Unless we're going to get a surprise, because who really knows? Like, maybe one of the members of the Jobber universes will be in the Final 4, kind of like we talked about in our last video. So I feel like those are going to be 2 of the universes.
We can safely say that Universe 6, 11, and 7 are not going nowhere. We talked about that before. Universe 6 has no eliminations. Universe 2 doesn't either, but that may change soon. And Universe 11 and 7 each have 1 as of the recording of this video. And we know Goku and Jiren's going to be a big plot point later on, so I just don't see them being eliminated anytime soon. It's got to be 4 and 9. I mean, just by narrowing it down, really. We We also haven't talked about Universe 3, which is the robots, the cybernetic guys.
Yeah, I feel like even though they look cool, they're pretty much built up to be jobbers as well. Like, for example, the guy that was supposedly their strongest member or whatever basically just got knocked out like a jobber by Base Kaba before he went to fight Vegeta. He's like, hey, Vegeta, it's time for me to knock you out. And then they show up and he's just like, whatever. He just takes him out pretty effortlessly. And Hit, like, took out that one guy that was enhanced that we saw before the tournament. You know, he cut his arms and legs off and they just, like, flicks him out of the ring when he's charging up his ultimate move. So I think that they're definitely, I guess, a dark horse of sorts to be eliminated next. Like, none of these guys are gonna walk away anywhere near that Tournament of Power championship. You know, they're not gonna be the sole survivors in this case.
Yeah, I don't see it, bro. Then again, I mean, there's always a scenario of what's gonna happen if we have more than one person from different universes around when the time runs out. Like, if the time runs out and we're left with Goku, Jiren, and Hit, what's gonna happen there? Are we gonna go into sudden death like WrestleMania 12? Or are we going to just say, okay, well, you know what? All three of the universes that are left are going to survive and everybody else dies. I mean, I don't know. And again, based on all the hints we've been getting from Toei, from Japan, this Tournament of Power arc really seems to be just the beginning of something greater. It really seems that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because when you think about it, you know, the last tournament that we saw, the one with Universe 6, everyone pretty much thought it was going to lead to something much bigger. And then we heard that interview about how, oh, we haven't had a tournament actually end for a while, you know, with, you know, the Buu Saga was interrupted when they had that tournament. The Cell Games wasn't really that much of a tournament when you think about it. It was mostly just like Goku and Gohan versus Cell. So I feel like this is probably going to follow that trend instead of the Universe 6 tournament.
Well, in many ways, the Universe 6 tournament was also set up for something greater because they introduced the Zeno.
I guess that's true, but I mean, it basically was like, oh, I really like this tournament, let's have another one in a few arcs, you know? So, I don't know, just like I'm looking at the different members of the different universes, I feel like, as we've said before, the strongest contenders are 7, 6, and 11. Pretty much all the other ones are just going to be wiped out. I feel like maybe what we'll see happen is one of the universes will, like, maybe gather around Jiren to put him over even more, kind of like what they were doing with Goku with Universe 9, and they'll all try and take him out at once. And maybe Universe 10, for example, you know, they'll be like, we're the strongest, Jiren, you know, you're nothing compared to us, and then he just wipes them all out at the same time just to make him look even more OP. You know, I feel like there's just a lot of different possibilities when it comes to that, but that's the whole tournament in a nutshell, basically. Like, we really don't know what's gonna happen until the end, and that's what's made it really exciting, I feel like, so far. I mean, maybe not as much in execution, but in terms of, like, the overall concept, you know, we're kind of on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We talk about this every week, and so many twists and turns. It's very hard to predict the series. It really is. It's becoming harder and harder too as time goes by.
Who's the universe that you probably hate the most, that you actually want to see eliminated, that's left over? Like, if you really had a choice, if you were booking this, who do you want to see job, like, right now? Just goodbye, Zeno erases them, the end.
I would definitely go with Universe 4 because I want that rat guy to get... I don't like that guy, bro. That's why I put him in here, man. It's not just what I want. What Dragon Ball Super's writers have kind of insinuated, I don't know what the word is, into my brain, is I want them to go. I really do. I mean, the God of Destruction is a dick anyways. Maybe not the people who live in the universe, more so the God of Destruction of that universe.
And his laugh, kind of like Ro Kaioshin with his, like, ah ha ha, but in this case, it's like, screw you, Beerus, I'm gonna wipe you out! And then he dies. Like everyone else is gonna die, pretty much. What a pleasant arc. Everyone's gonna live happily ever after, or not. But let us know your own thoughts down below in the comments section, who you think is going to be the next universe eliminated. And of course, don't forget to check out Geekdom101's channel in the description as well as in the end card. And as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future. The next universe to be eliminated will be anyone who gets in my way, in the way of me and kale and cauliflower.